Hey guys, how are we doing today? And guys, yes, I'm still a diehard Florida Panthers fan. I still am. I just I love the sport of hockey, and I like to represent all 31 NHL teams because I have respect for all 31 NHL teams, regardless if they're rivals or not with the Panthers. I still have respect for all 31 of them, so I often like to wear teams like shirts from different teams, hats from different teams, etc. And videos from now on that I don't talk about the Panthers, just hockey in general, like today's video. I always wear like different jerseys for like different shirts. I mean, so from different teams, and I still have my Panthers hat on. So all right, so in the past, well, since before Monday, the city of Seattle like had this vote saying if they wanted to redo the Key Arena to make it more of a basketball slash hockey arena because since 2008 when the NBA had the Seattle Supersonics, there was no professional sports teams, basketball and hockey in Seattle. Yeah, the Supersonics relocated to Oklahoma City as they're now called the Oklahoma City Thunder. But yeah, so Seattle doesn't have a hockey or a basketball team. So and then Seattle just voted on whether they want to redo the Key Arena, and the vote was yes, they did want to for $600 million because you guys have to remember the Key Arena is like 50 years old, so they wanted to just like redo it so more it's more modern, it's bigger because it was 15,000 capacity or whatever it was. So yeah, they said it'll probably be done by 2020 if I'm correct, maybe sooner or later, I don't know. So this basically opens the NHL to expand or relocate to Seattle. And my thoughts on this, I think this is actually very, very, very good towards the league because Seattle is a huge hockey market. I could tell they had a team like in the 1920s. I think the Seattle Metropolitans, and then I don't even know where they went, but yeah. And then I'll also go over like the cons, the pros and cons of having a team in Seattle. So yeah. So the pros is they'll have a huge rivalry with the Vancouver Canucks. All right. I cannot tell you that more. It's a natural rivalry. Will be like it'll have more telecasts on national TV. It'll be international, so that's very good. Because I'm just being honest, it's starting to like seem like there's not as many like international like for the NBC Score Center. It feels like it's not really as many like Canadian teams playing now. I don't know, and then I believe this will like help it because it gets like different countries that have rivals with each other. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, so rivals with the Vancouver Canucks. Hockey is a huge market in Seattle. Like I said, Seattle is a huge market with a population. I think what's the metro? 3 million, if I'm correct. I may be wrong. Yeah, 3 million. This city has like 600 something thousand people. So yeah, we don't need to like not all 600,000 people or 3 million people in the metro area need to be hockey fans. As long as you have like 30, 40, 50,000 hockey fans, I mean that's all you really need. I mean maybe even less. But anyway, and the arena is going to be remodeled in 2020. So they have everything set. It just takes time, and that's part of like the cons I'm gonna say. Most likely, Seattle is not going to expand. It's probably going to have to be a relocation. I don't know if they want to relocate Arizona, even possibly Calgary, which I doubt because I don't know. I mean, in the past few months, Calgary has been rumored to relocate because the Scotiabank Saddle Dome they want to get out of that place as soon as possible, and that's probably why. So I don't see the Flames moving, but the Coyotes it's a possibility, and I honestly don't want them to move, but I don't know. It's been rumored for the Coyotes to move for like the past decade or something. So another con, no expansion, like I said, and the arena is not ready now. I mean, for many of these like places such as Quebec City, Kansas City, Houston, Portland, even I don't know, Cleveland, they have arenas ready to go. Well, Cleveland's not really like Quicken Loans Arena is not really like a hockey arena, but it could still work. It'll be sort of like the Barclays Center, but yeah, Seattle has to like redo the whole arena, and I don't understand why it takes so long just to redo. I mean, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens where the Miami Dolphins play. It took like 2 years to redo, and during the 2015 NFL season, the Dolphins actually were playing in the stadiums still, but it was not like ready the remodeled stadium. So I don't know, and then another con is it's a huge rivalry with an NBA team. I'm just being honest. I don't see Seattle getting two teams at a time. It's either going to be one or the other. And in my personal opinion, I don't see Seattle getting an NHL team. I see them getting an NBA team because fans in Seattle, they've never had a professional National Hockey League team. They've never had like, well, except for the 1920s, but they've had their NBA Seattle Supersonics, and that was in '08. So all those Sonics fans were all upset. They moved to OKC. They're like, "Oh, my team is gone." Blah blah blah. And then once they have the Sonics back, they'll be like, "Yeah, Sonics, woo!" So yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. I mean, maybe down the road, Seattle will get a team I just don't see in the next 5 years. Maybe I would say maybe. I honestly don't know. I may even make a part two. I'm still deciding, but yeah. So next city is Houston, Texas. All right. Personally, Houston will be a great market, I think, because 2.2 million people in the city. I honestly forgot the metro, and I know it's like way more than that. But I was naming the pros and cons of having a team in Houston. They'll be a huge rival with the Dallas Stars. Really, I'm just being honest. If Houston expands or relocates, hockey is gonna go way up in ratings in Texas. I could tell you that right now, way up. And another pro is it'll complete the Central Division because the Central Division only has 7 teams, so that'll complete it. Huge population. The arena's ready there, and the arena's ready there because the Toyota Center is ready to go. They even have the Houston Aerials, if I'm correct. I think it was in the AHL. If I'm right, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Toyota Center is ready to go for hockey. No reconstruction, no remodeling, no building of a new arena, just like the Las Vegas Raiders or the Oakland Raiders. There's no waiting. It's there, so you can just relocate or expand there. And the owner is willing to actually spend the money. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's actually been like, I mean, I wouldn't say rare, but I've never seen like an owner just like go that like quick to wanting a team. Like, I mean, but again, I mean, hockey in Texas is getting huge now rather than it was 5 years ago when the Dallas Stars couldn't even fill 80% of the arena. But anyway, now this is where I get to the cons. I would say maybe it's not like enough like attendance. I mean, I may think Houston could possibly have an attendance issue. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say a major issue. I'm maybe saying like 13, 14, maybe 15,000 people a game. I mean, and for that Houston area, it's like not a lot. But again, I could be wrong. I'll probably be 100% wrong because who thought Vegas would sell out all these games? They haven't sold out. They've sold out all of their games so far. So that's good for them. So yeah, Seattle and Houston, I think those are going to be the next two NHL cities. I think Houston's going to be first, and then Seattle down the road, in my opinion. And I'll just go over like the divisions in my opinions, like what it'll probably be. So in the Atlantic, we have the same: Boston, Montreal, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Florida, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo, Metro, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Columbus, Washington. Central, Dallas, Winnipeg, Chicago, Nashville, St. Louis, Minnesota, Colorado, and Houston. And then for the Pacific, we have LA, Vegas, Vancouver, San Jose, Calgary, Anaheim, Edmonton, and either Arizona or Seattle. I mean, I really hope Arizona doesn't move, but it may be a possibility. Or maybe what could happen is either Arizona or Vegas shifts over to the Central Division, and then Seattle could take its space. But the problem is, I don't know if Houston would have a team. I don't know. We are like way too early in proportion here. So anything is possible, and yes, you guys are probably saying, oh, why aren't you saying Quebec City? I don't see Quebec City getting a team anytime soon. I'm sorry, guys. I know Quebec City is a huge hockey market. Those fans are like amazing. I mean, they basically live for their team. I mean, like they like basically live and breathe the Quebec Nordiques. I mean, seriously, it's been huge. But again, the Canadian dollar hasn't been so great in 1995, so they relocated them to Denver. So, but anyway, if Quebec City does get a team, I think that'll be from relocation. And I know in the past everybody's saying, oh, the Florida Panthers should move to Quebec. Oh, the Carolina Hurricanes should move to Quebec, or they should go back to Hartford. Guys, Panthers are not moving. I don't think so. I mean, unless if we get like very, 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 very bad attendance, no one comes to the games anymore, like it was in the 2014-15 season. But I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Even though the Panthers haven't been drawing that well, like in the last game against the Islanders, it was 11,000. I mean, really, that is not that great. I mean, we can't be averaging that low. And yes, I understand it's a Monday, but still, And I actually have some other things to read to you guys. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. And I actually would like to make a video because I just read like 32 teams. I like to say maybe I'll like to make a video if it does go to 36, because I do think 36 could be possible in the NHL, because again, like if you want to make 36, you have 8 teams per what do you call it? 8 teams per division. Or maybe I don't know if like adding one team, Pacific could be like Portland could be an extra team in the Pacific. Central could be I don't know, Kansas City, Metropolitan. I honestly don't know. Metropolitan could even be Baltimore. Who knows? And then Atlantic, Quebec City. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you after tomorrow's game against the Winnipeg Jets, which we have to win. Really. And Luongo is out for several weeks, and this is really very, very, very like upsetting. It's sad. I mean, really, Luongo, personally, I really thought Luongo would play, he wouldn't be out too much this season, but this really impacts it. So I'm really hoping James Reimer, please don't mess up for us. Like,